Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making spicy braised tofu. To start this dish, we need to press the liquid out of one block of firm or extra firm tofu. If you don't have a tofu press, just wrap your tofu in a kitchen towel, place it between two plates and put a little weight on top. While that is pressing, we're going to chop up 3 cloves of garlic just into a nice little mince. And I'm putting this in a separate bowl because it's going to cook at a different time. You can see I'm wearing gloves here because we're working with chili peppers and you don't want to touch your eye later. Next, we're going to chop up the whites and the green parts of 2 scallions, just giving this a nice little chop. We need 1 medium jalapeno. If you don't want this as spicy, take out the seeds and the ribs. That's where all the heat lives. Now to add even more spice, we are going to chop up 2 bird-eye chilies. If you want this a little milder, just replace this with an additional jalapeno. This can all go into the same bowl. And once that's all in there, we can set that aside. Now that our tofu is pressed, we want to slice this into 1/4-inch slices. You can slice it horizontally or vertically, whatever your heart desires. I like to put this on a cooling rack over a baking sheet, just to let any excess water drain off. For our braising liquid, we need 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of gochugaru, which is Korean chili flake, 1 teaspoon of gochujang, which is Korean chili paste, and 4 tablespoons of water. Now I wanted to make this recipe because I had literally been out of town all week and I wanted something tasty but very fast and easy. We're going to give that a good mix and set that aside while we heat up 3 tablespoons of oil in a large sauté pan over medium-high heat. I like to put a little tofu in there, and once it starts to sizzle, we're going to carefully, unlike I'm doing, drop in our tofu slices, and we want to fry this for about 2 to 3 minutes per side until it's golden. Now a fish spatula will be your best friend because it's so super flexible, it's not going to rip your tofu. So after 2 minutes, give that a little flip and let that go for an additional 2 minutes before pulling this out, putting them back on the cooling rack to drain off any excess oil. We also want to remove all but 1 tablespoon of cooking oil from our pan. Now we can add in our garlic and turn your heat down to medium-low. We're only going to saute this for about 30 seconds. You don't want to just burn or you're going to have to start over. After 30 seconds, add in your chilies and your scallions and let that saute for an additional minute before adding in your braising liquid. We want to add also a tablespoon extra of water to thin it out just a tiny little bit, and we're going to let that simmer for 2 minutes just to reduce down and intensify the flavor. Now we can add back in our tofu slices. And I'm not going to flip these. We're only going to cook this on one side and let that go for 5 minutes. And that's pretty much our dish done. Now to plate, I'm just placing the slices onto a beautiful plate, but you can plate it however you want. You don't have to be super fancy. Once the tofu is on, we are going to drizzle the rest of this sauce right on top. We don't want any of that to go to waste. And this is looking really comforting and appetizing. Now let's go ahead and give this a nice little taste. The tofu is creamy on the inside and crispy on the outside. The sauce itself is spicy and salty and so full of flavor, and this is exactly what I was craving. But there it is, spicy braised tofu. I hope you all try to make this in your home. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you again, and until next time, happy cooking.